This is the SHIB coin 1 month overview reading for the month of June 2023. It's currently April 26, 2023, 9:04 p.m. Eastern Time. SHIB coin at the time of this reading is 4 zeros after the decimal point, followed by 1034. So 0.00001034. And due to the nature of the price being so low, this reading and the erratic behavior that we see on a chart, it's a little difficult. It's been a complex reading. We have... Oh, and then also the June SHIB coin prediction, the shuffle file we're about to play was created on April 12th, 2023 at 10:41 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this file here. So the overall theme of behavior, we have an important resistance level that we've either come up against several times and failed to break through, or we come up against it several times and failed to break through it. It's crossed with a period of sideways rotation along the key support level on a 1 month scale again. There's a sharp drop within that period of sideways rotation. So a lot of like kind of back and forth between a resistance and a support. And that's why we have, as the high, we've got the Queen of Cups, which in the high position in a lot of cases means that we see like two highest highs, and what you have is from the high you decline to the low, back to the high, reverse go back to the high, and then reverse go back to the low. We kind of have that looking like it's the setup here. Behavior around the low, we have the halting of a bullish trend marked by a sharp decline through key support, and that key support takes us into the low. Before we go any further, let's take a look at the 1 year, 1 year and see how we've done. So end of January, we have a highest high, and you can see here, end of January, we have a highest high. There's a sharp drop off of that peak in early February, and then another sharp drop in late February. That's pretty solid, taking us into early March, where we have what could be a lowest low. I mean, if you count at the very beginning of the year, which sometimes that'll happen, this could be the most relevant low, like lowest low. We might see it again later on in the year, but this is pretty solid for a prominent low, and then another prominent trough here in April as well. It's very likely that these are the lowest lows, guys. Very likely that these are the lowest lows. But this is a really solid 1 year so far. Guys, you can get the paid version of the SHIB coin 1 year at our website, Tarot for Traders. It's a great way to support the channel. You go to our services, SO Meta Forecasts. And then you want to click on the 1 year prediction. This is where, if you have any ticker or crypto that you're interested in getting covered on the channel, this is where you would order it. 2023 or 2024, make sure to specify which one, and then put in the ticker or the crypto that you're interested. Add to cart, and it's not a subscription, it's a one-time event. But much appreciation goes out to all those who do that. And in the paid version, we'll talk in a lot more depth about the best trades that we see for the year. Same thing goes for subscribing to the paid version of the June 1 year. You go to SO Services, SO Meta Forecasts here. And then you click on monthly predictions. We have a number of different subscriptions. Obviously, in this case, you're looking to subscribe to the SHIB coin reading. And that's a really great way to support the channel. We definitely know who you are, all those of you that go ahead and do that. It's also how you guarantee that SHIB coin gets covered monthly, is by making sure to financially support the SHIB coin readings. Thanks again to all you who go ahead and do that. So let's get into it. I think we probably see around like the 7th, 8th, 9th, there's a lot of choppiness going on, but there's a resistance level there on a 1 month scale that we come up against. It's pretty highlighted there. We see it again around the highest high here on the 21st, 22nd. So we probably see a high or close to a high around the 7th, 8th, 9th. And then there's also a highest high most likely on the 21st, possibly the 22nd. Determining the lowest lows was really difficult. There wasn't a lot of data like determining lows to deduce from. But I do pick up on a low here between this Princess of Cups and Princess of Discs here. There's a low in there, possibly on the 7th as well. A lot of price change could happen here on the 7th and 8th. And then we drop, here's that sharp drop into period of sideways rotation with the unicursal, taking us to another trough here on the 17th. And then possibly a highest high on the 19th, and again on the 21st, highest probability 21st. And then it looks like we have another, like there's another low somewhere around the end of the month, possibly taking us into early January. There's that shuffle file completed. All right, we'll get into the nitty gritty. So guys, keep in mind, it's the sequence of events that's most important. For the most part, the day's energies are going to line up on the day, but there are going to be cases where you have to give it a little wiggle room. Not every card's energy is going to line up perfectly with one day. So keep in mind, the sequence of events is most important. So on the first, we established support along key support, and there's a big move to the upside standing out on a 1 month scale. There's a crest or peak for the month. Late morning session on the 2nd in a period of sideways rotation where we rise to meet the nearest critical resistance and then we fall back down and continue rotating sideways. On the 3rd, we have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance. On the 4th, a decline offering a trade opportunity. Matter of fact, there's a trade opportunity on the 1st and the 2nd as well, which we'll get into in the paid version. And the decline here on the 4th. Period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher on the 5th. On the 6th, we have a failed attempt to break through key resistance on a 1 month scale, followed by a decline through key support into a prominent trough there at the end of the day. A lot of ground is covered price-wise on the 7th. It looks like we may have a lowest low here and a prominent crest here. End of day prominent crest. And then probably gap down to another prominent trough with a big move to the upside to another prominent crest. These things will stand out. There's a lot of choppiness going on here. So we'll see a lot of like back and forth going on there. Again, crest at the end of the day. It looks like we sell off from the crest early morning on the 9th. From a prominent crest on the 9th early morning, we sell off through multiple support levels. And then out of oversold territory on the 10th, there's a big move to the upside to a peak or crest midday. And we sell from that peak or crest between the 10th and the 11th. We sell off from a peak or crest down 2 and through support. We do a U-shape reversal with low support, come back and reuse that support as support on the 11th. On the 12th, a fast sudden move higher. That double X there indicates some sort of important pivot point, most likely. And remember, we're doing a lot of kind of like sideways rotation and sideways bumping along resistance combined together. So a lot of back and forth. Key reversal on a 1 month kind of or multi-day kind of scale. Key reversal on the 13th. On the 14th, an unexpected move to the upside. On the 15th, we have bumping along resistance, but also we have the unicursal, so a sharp drop probably takes place there on the 15th. On the 16th, a notable move to the upside, the beginning of a rally, and then early in the morning on the 17th, there's a prominent trough for the month and an important kind of like fake out going on there, an intentional fake out shakeout of some kind, something in like intended to create misdirection there on the 17th, a prominent crest or peak there early on the 18th, and we sell off through multiple support levels on the 18th off of that crest or peak. On the 19th, we have a breakout on a multi-day scale taking us to a peak or crest that may be a highest high there at the end of the day on the 19th. It's possible, or it could come close, or just be a prominent crest. But it might be a highest high there. And then on the 20th, we have 3 pokes through the same price level, followed by a sharp drop off of that 3rd poke. On the 21st, a move higher through resistance. We stay above it briefly, and then break back down through the same price level shortly thereafter with a full retracement, and we create a prominent peak or crest, and most likely a highest high there on the 21st, maybe the 22nd. A lot of price change on the 22nd, a lot of price change, especially towards the end of the day. We should see a big decline off of a peak or crest midday, and looks like decline continues on the 23rd, taking us declining to a support level on a multi-day scale that we recently visited. On the 24th, erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level, revisiting a crest that was recently a past opportunity in the midst of that erratic behavior. On the 25th, a decline that increases with momentum moving forward into the end of the day. Matter of fact, we might have a peak at the end of the day on the 25th, but there's a decline off of starting like somewhere on the 25th. It increases with momentum moving forward in time, and then on the 26th, the move higher or holding pattern with a pop and drop in it, or a move higher followed by a retracement of that move, a prominent crest or peak on the 26th, and also a prominent trough towards the end of the day. A lot of ground to the downside is covered early in the day on the 27th, or at the end of the day on the 26th. Bullish price swings on the 27th, and then on the 28th, off of a prominent peak or crest, there's a sharp decline that'll stand out on a 1-month chart. Decline continues, standing out on a 1-month chart through the 29th, and then on the 30th, there's a support level that's established that can be relied upon, at least for the time being. Significant amount of trade opportunities there at the end of the month. A lot of trade opportunities in here. A lot of that purple highlight is trade opportunity. Not all of them are going to be of the same caliber, of the same like clarity. So I'm going to get into that in the paid version. Thanks again for all of you that go ahead and do that. And my friends, make sure to follow the rule of karma. It's super important. You do that here on the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, where we ask that you send 5% of the profits back to the channel to help support the channel for all the free work we're doing. 5% of the profits forward to one of these charities to make sure that you're spreading good deeds into the world, utilizing this competitive energy to create goodwill. And with that said, spend that 90% on the love. As long as you spend it out of love, the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions, my friends. I'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned for the paid version if you got that paid version. Later.